Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 2253 Rogue Way here in West Lynn. Checking the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. I was just reeling my camera out there when my dang tablet died. My memory ran out. We're going to push back out here again. As far as the line itself goes, very nice looking sewer line. You're not going to see any water on camera today. The way that this clean out is configured, I can't run water without it dumping out of the clean out. Alright, that's the main connection there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and reel the camera back out here once again. And I located this thing a moment ago. It terminates out on Rogue Way. And so where we're located currently is in the garage. Not at the complete front right corner. You've got this little notched out area here where a workbench is at right now. And you'll see the exposed piping. You can't miss it. But where this line goes through the foundation wall, if you could walk through this wall, you'd basically walk right underneath the front staircase, right in front of the front door. And once the line turns away to head to the street, it basically runs dead straight. Where it hits the main is almost completely in line with the front door. It lines up almost perfect with the for sale signpost. And also the very front rightmost corner of the driveway, where the tip of the driveway skirt is. Anyway, the one thing I was talking about as I was making my way back and forth here, you do have some grease buildup in the line. That's that kind of brown stuff you see in the flow line there. This line, relative to most, has a lot more fall than the average sewer line. You've got a fair amount of gravity working in your favor here. The other thing is now that it's actually the third pass I'm doing now, my camera is scraping pathways through the grease. If it were thicker and or more purely just grease, this is a combination of grease and toilet paper products. You can see how it's starting to get chunky where my camera's moved to the line. Once my camera can scrape a pathway through it, if you were to come back about a week from now after regular usage on the sewer line, a good amount of this will just slough off the pipe bottom. I was mostly pointing it out for educational purposes. If you don't mind your P's and Q's as it relates to putting cooking oil, greases, and fats down your kitchen sink drain, it can build up. Where it's at right now is not at a point where it would just cause blockages on its own, though. It's not at that level. Mostly what it could do is potentially contribute to a blockage, something that's already going to block the sewer line because it's so big, or something that is very, very close to doing so. But given the path my camera carved through there, also combined with the thickness of it, it's not one I'm terribly concerned about, honestly. Especially on a house like this where everything is dropping down at least one story before exiting out. This line, everything's moving through here with a lot of speed. So if it were a flatter sewer line, I'd be a little more concerned about recommending cleaning on it. And it's not that it wouldn't hurt. In this particular situation, not one I'm terribly concerned about. Anyway, great looking sewer line. It has zero standing water. There's not a structural defect about this thing I could even slightly nitpick. So just keep the cooking oil and grease out of the line. Most of that will slough off with just natural usage of the water inside. And as long as you're, what I tell most people as a rule of thumb to help mitigate grease buildup, if you have enough grease or oil on your pans that when you turn them sideways, it runs off the pan in beads or worse, it's at that point you want to do something about it. You want to either let your pan cool down, wipe it out with a paper towel, or pour the grease into a jar. Don't pour it into your garbage can when it's hot. You'll melt a hole right through your garbage can. But you want to do something about it, mitigate it from going down the sink. A thin little layer of PAM spray, for instance, is no big deal. Hot water and soap handles that just fine. It's when you're putting real quantity down the line is when it gets you. Anyway, we have good flow all the way to the main lateral. All the piping to scope there, all of it's in good condition. Great looking sewer line. Line is functioning properly at this time.